Merry meet, everybody. You are watching Witches of the Moon, and I'm your Saturday hostess, Desert Siren. And as you're aware, our topic this week is the importance of keeping a book of shadows or journaling and whatnot. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you are like me and you suffer from CRS, can't remember, you really need to keep your stuff down. So, I'm going to show you a couple of things and ideas. When I first started the path, the way I kept my stuff together was very chaotic and just kind of and I'll show you. I kept everything, any spell or ritual or anything, I kept in this binder thing. I just threw it in there. I still papers. I just threw it in there, and when I needed something, I would just scatter through it and hope that I would find it. And of course, as the years went by, I decided to be more organized and get an actual book of shadows. And you can see it's kind of throwing up. But for me, what I do first is I will write down stuff in like a regular spiral. There's a little composition book. I stuck a poem on there. Just, paper. And then from there, depending on what it may be, if it's a spell, I'll write it down in the regular spiral notebook. Wait for the outcome, see how it is, see if I liked it, see if it resonated with me. And then if I feel that it's something I might want to do again and I'm happy with it, then I'll actually go on the computer and type out a really pretty type looking thing and then glue it in here because my handwriting's like horrible. And like I said, I don't remember a lot of stuff. I'm just one of those people, I cannot retain a whole lot of information. I'm happy I'm able to drive back home and get where I'm supposed to be at times. But rituals, herbal blends, incense mixes, sabbats. I even have a tarot journal. Hold on, baby. And I have even a gratitude journal, which is, I've talked about it on my channel, which is more of a spiritual thing, day in the life of type thing. But I keep several different types of books, and only certain things go in my BOS, Book of Shadows. A lot of times, like I have a section in my Book of Shadows on the sabbats, and say I want to try a different recipe or a different ritual for that particular sabbat, or I'll write it in my regular spiral and see if I liked it. I want doing it during the holiday. If I did, I'll add it to my Book of Shadows. And also it's good just to see how you're growing. There's some people I've met where, and they acknowledge it, but I've noticed, or they've noticed that they're not growing in the path or nothing's changing. Keeping a book of shadows can help you with that, you know, because I know, like, when I look back, like, at my first spells compared to the ones I do now, you know, I kind of giggle, so I'm like, oh my gosh. How funny, or, you know, what was I thinking, or, you know, different types of things. But other ones that I do like, I find it useful, especially if I'm going to teach somebody or start to teach somebody, or like with me, I teach my daughters. I'll start them out with the stuff I was doing when I first started the craft, you know, because I really, really, really believe in what I call KISS type spells and rituals and whatnot. Keep it simple, stupid. Because yes, they can be very elaborate, very, ooh, you know, lots of ingredients and candles and oils and everything mixed in, but it's not necessary, you know. So sometimes we just go back to the basics, you know. You can feel more one-on-one with the goddess, with spirit, on something just really simple. And by keeping a book of shadows, you know, it can pull you back to a time where things were easier, especially if you feel a lost connection spiritually or magically, or, you know, it's a great reference book, whatever you want to call it. That's why I would recommend keeping a book of shadows. It's just all about you and your experiences and your path. They don't have to look a certain way. They don't have to be a certain way. I mean, we've all seen them. There's some absolutely gorgeous, crazy ones out there, and all these talented, creative, artsy people just make incredible books of shadows. But it's not necessary. One idea that I had seen, and I might start doing it because I was really impressed with it. I can't remember who showed it. It was here on YouTube, but they use index cards for their book of shadows, and they keep it in like that little index card type box, and he just decorated it and made it all witchy like, and he separated them by the little dividers. And for him, it was, he could just look them up, grab the spell or ritual or prayer or whatever it was you need, and you have that index card, and you just take it with you to wherever you're gonna be at, whether it's at your altar or outside or a celebration, instead of having to take a whole huge book with you. So I really like that idea. Like I said, I think I might start it that way, because like I said, mine is, I have a few things I still have to put in it, but I'm going to keep some. See, it's pretty full. I'm going to keep some empty pages, because for me, this is going to go to my girls, and I want them to write their own experiences, whether it's a spell in here or their own spell, or I want to make it somewhat of an heirloom. That's one of my intentions as far as keeping a book of shadows. But there you go. That's why I keep it. That's why I feel you should have one. Like I said, it's not necessary, but it's up to you. So if you do it, enjoy, and I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Blessed be.